great. So thanks so much for joining me.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. It's an honour, and it's so nice. It's nice and cool in here because it's actually a really hot day. So it's nice to just relax and chill out. So
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit. I think the first thing I want to ask is why gluten-free?
So for me, I've been gluten-free for 16 years, so a long time. And the reason that I sort of create gluten-free recipes is because back 16 years ago, I was at university. I was in my first year, and I started to really struggle with my stomach. So I just started to get really bad pains. I also was really tired all the time. So I went to the doctor. The doctor said to me at the time, "Why don't you try giving up gluten?" Which actually, reflecting back, I shouldn't have. I should have got tested for celiac disease at the time, because you need to be eating it to get tested. But it did make me feel a hell of a lot better. So I sort of live as if I have that, but I haven't got that official like rubber stamp. But the reason I do the gluten-free recipes is because back then it was an absolute nightmare. There was the stuff in the shops was awful. There was basically nothing. Not really recipes online, and the recipes that there were, everything just felt very sort of clinical and boring and complicated. So I was like, right, instead of just moaning, which I moaned for years and years about it all and was just like fed up, I thought, no, I'm going to do something about it. So I decided to start making my own recipes, put them online. Thought no one would be gluten-free. I thought I was the only one, because everyone who's gluten-free, you kind of just feel like you're the only person. You feel like kind of left out. And then I found out there was a whole load of other people, and it's kind of grown from there, and it's gone from a blog to books and millions of people following me. It's a crazy thing, but it's just nice that I'm able to firstly eat myself and have nice food, but other people are able to eat as well, and that, you know, I'm able to kind of help raise that awareness, which to me is really, really important.
Absolutely. And I think it's almost like this community, isn't it? It's this online community, it's this community with people with celiac disease. But also, one thing that I really liked about your talk was this idea of kind of adding colour and brightness, because you said that everything was really clinical.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just have to look at your social to see how bold and bright it is.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess that's why I've got myself my pink hair these days. And I basically I've just got really sort of, you know, food is everything. Food is every part of every day. We have to eat food, and I just saw so many like recipe books out there and stuff that, you know, for normal, I say normal people, we're all normal, but for the normal recipe books that aren't gluten-free, they were also colourful and bright and happy, and everything else like the gluten-free stuff was just sad. And I was like, yes, for the vast majority of people it's like a medical issue and they're choosing to eat gluten-free because they have to eat gluten-free, but that doesn't mean that we have to be all miserable and negative about it and everything has to be sad. It should just be as bright and colourful. You know, people can be gluten-free, they can be diagnosed with celiac disease or a gluten intolerance at any age. Kids, why do they want to have something that's like makes them sad? Why does someone my age or someone who's 80, why does anyone want to have something that's sad? We want to just be able to enjoy food. So I like to keep it bright, I like to keep it fun, happy, and just super inclusive.
I love that. And it's been such a busy show. You know, you've been doing talks and things. What has been some highlights for you, and what do you love about it?
The show, I've been doing the show now, I think since 2021. So it's been quite a few years. And whenever they ask me, I'm always like, oh, yes, so happy that I've been asked back. And I love just meeting people. I love just wandering around and someone coming up to me and being like, oh, Becky, is that you? Are you the gluten-free person? I'm like, yeah. And it's just nice to be able to, you know, I create all these recipes and I do all this stuff, and what I do is quite a lonely sort of job in a way, because you're just doing it at home, beavering away. So to get them to meet the people who've actually bought the books or the people who are struggling and sort of be able to help them, that's the nicest thing. But yeah, just having a really nice crowd watching when I do a cooking demo and smiling along, just seeing happy faces, and I think this show, you know, is about, it brings people together, and it brings people who have all different interests together in a place, just because we all kind of love food.
And speaking of cooking, you're 7 books down the line now.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. I mean, that's incredible. 7 books.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone in terms of how many I've done in a short space of time. So my first book came out in February 2021, and we're only in, the 7th one came out in February 2025.
Wow.
So it's been intense. Lockdown definitely helped me, because I was writing when there was nothing else to do really, so that really helped. But it's, yeah, I mean, coming up with that many recipes, people always say, well, how did you do it?
Yeah.
But for me, I've got this amazing community online, and I just say to them, guys, what do you miss eating? And they come back to me and they're like, I haven't had this in years, I haven't had that in years. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's what we're going to do then. And I make a little spreadsheet, I write all the stuff down, see what's the most popular, and then try and make that into stuff that works. And my aim is just doing all the hard work for people, making all the mistakes. You know, I test the recipes out so many times, and so many times they go really wrong at first, but you know, I build it up, practice, get them right, and then other people don't have to make those mistakes, because especially with gluten-free food, it's expensive. And I don't want people to be making mistakes and having to sort of almost waste food. If I can do that work for them, then I think that's kind of a win-win for everyone.
I love that. And is there anything that is really, really popular? What is the community said? What have you taken away and gone, that's a highlight for me?
In terms of recipes, my most popular recipe ever probably is my gluten-free Yorkshire puddings. Nice. So yeah, they just, as soon as I did them, they just went crazy. And it's actually a recipe that my grandma used to do a very, very long time ago. It's a very basic recipe, but instead of wheat flour, I use corn flour, and that's what she always used to do. So then I just put it up online and it went a bit crazy, and even Nigella has said that she really likes my Yorkshire pudding recipe. So I'd say that is probably my biggest thing, but there's so many now. I think I've probably got over 1,000 recipes in total on the blog and in all the books. So there's something for everyone, which is really nice.
Absolutely. And finally, inspiring the next generation to connect more with food and cooking, and trying it themselves. Social media is a great way to do that. What top tips would you give for people who are going, do you know what, I might give that a go?
As in giving a
social media, food, cooking, anything.
I just say get started, and don't worry. Don't think that things are too complicated, because it's not. I always say, like with cooking, there isn't too much. Baking obviously has a bit of science behind it, and you need to follow recipes pretty much to the letter to get it right. But with cooking, just give it a go. You just taste as you go, and just have fun with it. And there's literally no right or wrong in terms of stuff. You don't have to be too technical. All my books, I try to make recipes that are simple and accessible for everyone. And there's always room in terms of social media and online for more people. It's never a full space. Everyone's unique. Every single person in this world is unique and's got their own sort of thing to give. So if you want to do it, just go for it.
Well, thank you so much. I love that. And can I just say, I absolutely love your earrings. They are so amazing. They're brilliant.
Yeah, little lemons. It's one of the recipes that I'm making today is actually lemon possets. Not using these lemons, but I didn't even, when I woke up this morning, put these on, I didn't even think about it. It's just you were ready. I'm in sync. I'm in sync with this show.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time to chat today.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It's been great.